Hi everybody, welcome back to August card class. For card number 2 I have gone with some brown tones to create this card design. I couldn't help but add in some of this gorgeous trim that features in the suite, and I've used my new favourite nested essential dies here with a little bit of die cutting from the bundle. So it looks like this. Feel free to swap out the sentiment. I do love this sentiment. I think it's a really nice one to send to someone, just to let them know that you're thinking of them and that you value them. So here we have a crumb cake card base, and it is a tent fold. Give that a little score. I have 2 pieces of white. They both measure the same. One is the outside card layer and one is the inside, and you can go ahead and stick those straight down. So you've got one on the outside and one on the inside. I haven't done any stamping on these pieces, keeping it nice and plain. The next thing you've got a piece of this lined designer series paper. It's got the blue denim-y sort of look on the back, and for this one it actually measures 9 by 13.5, which obviously is too small, but we're going to trim that down into 3 equal strips. So I'm going to use this measurement over this side. I just find it a bit easier to line up. So I've got 1, and I've got 2, and I've got 3. And you want to keep them in the same formation. It wouldn't matter too much because obviously the paper isn't too busy, but you then want to stick them down onto your card front so that you've got a little white border between them. And I think sometimes when you've got a really busy background, this is a lovely way to break up the paper, break up the pattern. And this is one of my go-to sort of card designs. It's a great way for using up small pieces of paper, and I think it really looks quite effective. Okay, next you've got a selection of die cuts, and this is my background piece. But before we stick it down, you want to take a bit of this trim and you want to just double it over. I'll measure this for you so you know roughly how much to cut. So this measures roughly 14 centimetres. Okay, let's bring that back in, and you're going to fold it over so that one end is slightly longer than the other. Hold it onto your piece of card so that it sits just a little bit above the top, and then you're going to use a stapler to just staple that down. Oops. Perfect. And that can then be stuck onto the card. I do wish Stampin' Up would bring that stapler back. It's so useful. Okay, so pop that down, and then you have your sentiment. So this says, "You are proof there is good in the world," and I'm going to stamp with crumb cake ink. Lovely. It's a little bit wonky, but hey, it's a handmade card. It's part of the fun, isn't it? So stick that down. I am going to put this on with a dimensional as well, which, just be careful with this if you're going to post it that you won't get charged extra postage. Line it up, and then you've got some pieces that you can use as your decoration. Now I did have a little dark brown one there, but it seems to have gone walkabout, so I will cut another one. You've got your larger fern to stick down, and just slide it behind your banner. These are your sticks to put in, and then we want one of these. Let me just quickly die cut that. Give it a little tap. It always gets stuck, this one. In case you're wondering, this one actually comes from the Dainty Delight dies. It isn't actually in the Earthen Elegance, but I wanted something a little different and I found it in my stash. And there we go. So that's the card done. Let's put on a couple of little gems just because. And I'm going to stick with the same formation as what I used on the first one. One big gem or dot, whatever you want to call them, and one smaller one. Oops. About there. And that's it. That's card number 2, all done. I hope you like the finished design, and I will see you all over on card number 3 next. Bye for now.